Hey guys, it's Rival. Today we're going to be discussing a few of the basic niche techniques that DZUKILL, the EUS, Yasuo, Yone, rank 1, 2-trick uses to find such success top. He's not only playing Yone and Yasuo into really hard matchups, but he's playing him into really hard matchups against some of the best players on the server and even professional players and finding great success. So today we're going to be discussing a few of his basics in practice tool here, and then I'm going to be reviewing one of his games on stream, and we're going to be pausing it, and I'm going to be discussing every single auto attack that he does and why he finds such success doing it. I find this champion to be really niche pick top that you can make work really, really well though if you get good at it. And I've had a lot of interest in learning Yone top recently as well, so I've taken it upon myself to review some of his gameplay and teach you guys exactly what my insights are. So firstly, we're going to be discussing DZUKILL's number one strength, and that's his use of effective range. So if we look at Yone's attack range here, if I press my auto attack button, we can see that his auto attack is here. He can auto attack this creep. So we already know that his effective range is at least this big. So furthermore, if we start to input, so that's effective range from auto attack. This is a prevalent with ranged champions, especially more just because of their attack range. But either way, then we bring abilities into the equation. So nextly, if we put another creep, we know that we can auto attack this one, but we can't auto attack this one, right? So it's probably a little bit closer. So there, I can auto attack this one. I can't auto attack this one, obviously, without moving. I'd have to move. If I Q, I hit both. So my effective range is already that blue line there that we can see because of Mortal Steel. Furthermore, we also bring into his W into effective range. So his effective range is now this far because I can W all three of them. Right? So if you're playing against Yone, you know kind of not to stand in this circle or otherwise you're going to get hit. That's what like being outside of effective range is. If we do a double Q and then double Q to get my Q3 up, we know if Yone's effective range is basically up here. So I can like literally run up. Like it's further, it's like up here somewhere. I don't know. It makes his effective range absolutely massive. Obviously in laning phase, Yone isn't really going to commit that far, but as soon as I see Yone get like Q2 up and they've got the tornado, I know that that's a possibility of them doing, so I play a little bit more defensive until he's used it. That's exactly what DZUKILL does every single time he plays against a certain champion. He thinks about the effective range of the champion at all times and is able to manage his spacing very, very well, so he takes minimal damage and only takes favorable trades, as well as being really, really good at managing his minion wave to put the enemy in a bad spot, susceptible to ganks, susceptible to overtrading, which he can capitalize on with lethal tempo and his E, which is how he finds a lot of his solo kills. He manages his spacing as well by using his E. So if he's trading, let's say this, let's say all three of these are the same champion, but obviously they're not moving and I'm not playing against a champion. So what he'll do is he'll E and then he'll auto attack. Between autos, he'll start running away. Just because in the whole while that he's kiting, this champion, these are all one champion moving towards him, have missed probably like 1 or 2 autos because he keeps kiting backwards while all the while doing damage. So that saves him probably like that much of his HP bar in the trade, which is very big for Yone. Furthermore as well, if he's farming and he knows that there's like a Riven up here or something, he'll always just stand at the very edge of where he knows his Q can hit, because that places the Riven in a really bad spot if she needs to trade. I'm going to bring up a little bit of Riven gameplay in practice tool to explain a little bit more about effective range of other champions and how he plays around it so well. Alright guys, we're back for the Riven segment. The only reason I'm using Riven here is because she has probably one of the biggest effective ranges of any melee champion that you play against, and he's probably one of Yone's hardest matchups. I'm going to be using the target dummies to just mark my effective range here. I'll probably also edit some circles in so you guys can further understand. So the reason why DZUKILL's so good is because he understands the effective range of basically every single champion he plays against. Very, very well, and kind of like where the champion can trade on him and where they can't trade on him. So I'm going to mark my dummies here. So I start here with this dummy. If I Q, I've already got effective range up to here. If I E, my effective range is now here. Okay, Riven can get to this very, very easily without overcommitting too hard. So let's just go back. So if he's here, for example, like if Yone, he's here, that's ages away. But he knows all Riven has to do is just do that to get on him, which is how he manages his spacing so well. If you watch DZUKILL in relation, his spacing in relation to like where a Riven is, he'll probably be standing here and he'll be farming at max range with his Q. Like he'll be here and it'll tip this creep here to avoid taking damage off the Riven. That's why DZUKILL, well, that's how DZUKILL manages some of his hardest matchups, by playing his effective range at the very, very, very tip of where he can play. Riven being one of those champions that can get on you like very, very easily. If she overcommits, like I have to burn everything to get here, he'll probably like auto W, auto Q, and then start chasing with E, and he'll have lethal tempo up and he'll knock me, he'll just kill me because I've used all my abilities to get to him. That's how he uses effective range so well. He uses it in a way that the other champion has to overcommit to get to him. Now we're going to go into the gameplay review segment of the video. I'm going to be watching one of his gameplays versus a probably hard matchup. one that he wins anyway, and I'll be explaining exactly and showing the examples that he used, that I've just discussed, that he uses in the gameplay to get a lead over his opponent. Alright guys, we're back. This is going to be as you can see, DZUKILL, Yone versus Riven top. This is from last season, but the gameplay knowledge should still be prevalent, exactly what I'm trying to explain here. So let's just jump straight into it. Moving up forward a little bit. So we got D shield. Oh wait, we gotta go, this is a little bit prevalent actually. Back. Where was the leaderboard? I just needed to get on the leaderboard so I can explain the starts here. Alright, so firstly what a challenger player will do, he's gonna analyze exactly what Riven's got to be able to understand exactly kind of how he can play. So we know that she's got Ignite here, and she's got Conqueror and Resolve. So a lot of these things are going to come into play when he thinks about how he's going to trade and manage the wave, and also manage the lane and the approach that he takes to the lane. So let's just jump straight into it. We know that we've got Riven Ignite, a very high pressure lane for Yone. So starting off level 1 here, Yone actually wins level 1 because he has bone plating and he also has lethal tempo. So if Riven overtrades with all 3 Qs, he can start just leading with his, he can get his own Q up and then chase her down with Q2 or the Tornado. Misses a Q there. Takes not the worst trade. Riven doesn't have a Doran's item, so any trade that she takes is effective health gone. She's not going to heal it back from Doran's shield healing or D-Blade healing. He's already got Prior here. He's going to be building a slow push. So firstly, I'm just going to talk about what a slow push is. You might be wondering why he's not just like autoing the wave like an ape and he's just like literally waiting to last hit. The more minions that you drag into her tower, so if I'm collecting these minions here and we're pushing it into her tower up here, is going to protect him from a gank. So if he's about, like, let's say he gets up to here at about level 2, level 3, and he's got like 25 minions on his side. Obviously it's not that many, but it's going to be a lot of minions. The jungler was a Viego, by the way, so we know that minions can protect Yone quite well from a gank versus a Viego. The more minions we have at these early levels can protect him from a gank as well, because he'll be able to fight within the minions and they'll be doing damage, as well as also avoiding Viego skill shots by standing in the wave. That's the reason you do a slow push. Furthermore, a slow push also will give him a cheater recall. So a cheater recall is where he'll build one wave here slowly, and then he'll start to auto the second wave a little bit further, and then we want the third wave to meet at the front of his tower so he can push it under the tower and get a free recall at level 3 without having to burn TP. So I guarantee you 100% without even watching the rest of the gameplay that that's exactly how this is going to go. Let's just watch for a little bit here. Posturing to contest his creep here, uses effective range to hit his Q, backs off because he knows we can trade with no bone plating. Would be a little bit of a bad trade because it's into the wave here. Riven taking free damage for no reason. Starting to slowly push the wave a little bit more. Riven can't walk up when he has his abilities up. As you can see, the longsword start here, she's still on this low HP, whereas he's healed up quite a bit of it. A little bit of a misplay on his behalf. He didn't really have to take that trade, but it's kind of fine. As you can see, he's building up this wave for protection. Imagine getting ganked with this many creeps here. Like, imagine how weird the Viego would feel about this gank. I don't really like his flash here. It's kind of obvious that Riven can escape because it's a Riven. I don't know about burning flash for flash. Riven has a lot more defensive mechanisms in her kit than Yone does. So Viego, as we can see, comes to answer the gank. Look how many creeps are outside the tower here. Imagine getting ganked with this plus the wave that's behind him. W's. Riven's also trading at a level deficit. I'm not really sure about this. So let's discuss why this is bad for Riven. This is a big mistake on Riven's behalf. Riven doesn't have a Doran's item. She's out of pots. She's got 2 ticking, so she's probably going to heal up most of it. But either way, this has to bounce. Riven can't base after this wave bounces, or otherwise it's just going to collect on Yone's side. She's going to go get at a level deficit. She's also playing Ignite too, so she should have stayed max health here and gotten a cheater recall off herself after the wave rebounces. Just see what happens. So let's just say, like, this is exactly what I said was going to happen before as well, how he stacks the wave to protect him. Imagine if Viego ganked. He just stands here, Viego can't hit his E, and all these creeps are going to be hitting Riven and Viego. Okay. Ooh, I really like this. All right, I know exactly what's going to happen. The reason why he didn't just back off straight away is because he's going to base. Riven does not kill him here. She has no flash. She has Ignite, yes, but unless he very heavily, grossly misplays, Riven's not going to get the kill. So he's going to look to chunk her as much as he can before he bases, because this HP doesn't matter. He's going to go back to the base on the fountain and get it all back anyway. Sweet. So Riven's under half, and she's got half a pot ticking, so she's going to be pretty low. She's only going to be a little bit higher. By the time he gets back to lane, he'll be probably this. There. He also shouldn't have to TP. He may TP because he sees a skirmish breaking out, but either way he'll walk. Oh, this is also a patch where you can TP to creeps as well. Alright, let's discuss the TP here. I want to help you understand why he's TPing here. So what he's going to do, I guarantee 100% when he lands back in the wave, he's not going to push this. Because the wave is further on Riven's side, he's going to let, this will stack and push back into him here, back into this way. this wave, because these creeps that are coming this way meet here before these creeps here meet this side faster. So this wave, this big wave here is going to push this way, even if Yone last hits, because the creeps will accumulate on this side further. So he's already in lane, almost level 4, and Riven's base and has to walk all the way back because she has TP. So that's why he's not pushing the wave back here. He's going to gain a level advantage. And also, once this wave sits at the front of his tower, he can also short trade with Riven, which is where Yone is really strong, and also has the entire lane to chase her up with his E. As you can see, he's just last hitting here. No pushing. I guarantee you, silver, gold, even platinum players would push this back into Riven's tower for absolutely no reason. So we've got 4 creeps on Riven's side, 3 creeps on Yone's side. Riven's missing another creep. He's already level 4, by the way. Level lead. Don't really know about that ward. He doesn't really have to protect himself because the lane's coming back in, but I guess he doesn't have flash here. If Viego killed him, he'd actually be in a really bad spot, so maybe that ward's not so bad. So as you can see, I don't really like that W. Riven's only level 3. Yone is a quarter of the way to level 5. Riven's just at level 4. Yone has also got more creeps. So Riven's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creeps on his side. Riven's got just hit level 4 with 5 creeps. That much XP she's got to go. Yone has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 creeps on his side. So he's got that much XP over Riven. He's almost half a level to 3/4 of a level up by basically doing nothing this lane, just through wave management. Riven's also at a really big, already at a really big deficit. Uses his E just to get that 1 creep. It's worth. Very good Q. He might be overcommitting here a little bit. No, not really. It's kind of fine. As you can see, if you make like 1 positioning blunder, you can fuck up pretty hard. Alright, Riven's made a bad mistake. Riven is absolutely 110% out of the game now. There's literally, if I saw this in my game, top's over. Top is GG. If you're a high elo player, which is what I'm going to be discussing, is how he pushes this lead so well. Uses W to protect himself from creep aggro. He bases here. Perfectly read. So this is a freeze because he's got 4 creeps on his side. By the time he comes back to lane, this wave should be just out the front of his tower and he'll be able to hold it for even further. He's already over half a level up on Riven. And he has an item advantage. I'll just jump forward a little bit quickly here. Alright, let's just jump back a tiny bit. Okay. As we see, the wave meets just at the front of his tower. Tiny bit mismanaged because the wave crashes, but either way, he's still got 5 on this side, so he can definitely freeze here. He's also still at a level advantage. So he's a quarter way through 5. Riven's probably halfway through 4, I'd say. No, never mind, I'm wrong. But either way, Riven's only just hit 5 and he has all these creeps to soak still. So Riven's just used all of her kits, so she can't contest the wave anymore. He should look to freeze here. So watch this, he'll walk up with the wave again. He won't let it freeze. He won't let it crash. Yep, exactly what I said was going to happen. This is still a freeze. He's got 3 creeps and one of them's cannon. Again, doesn't hit the wave. Riven has no flash and she has to overextend just to even farm. And he's at a level advantage. He's almost level 6 here too, so he can look to all in with R, which I foresee happening. Maintains the freeze. Just last hitting. Riven's missing these creeps. 39 to 26 CS2. He's almost a kill up in gold. W's. Can maintain. Riven dies here. Lethal tempo. Ooh, Riven's broken. Okay, he can hard push here. Bit of a misplay. I feel like maybe he could have killed that, obviously, if he hit R, but it's all good. He'll die here, I think. Unless he just does DZUKILL things. Alright, he's doing DZUKILL things, never mind. Survives. Wave's in an okay spot. I think he'll still go to push it. No, he's going to take honey fruit. Perfect. Takes honey fruit to stop himself from getting killed. Riven could still kill him with R, for sure. If she was still in the wave, Riven could potentially look to all in here. He can fast push here because Riven's either basing or waiting under a tower. He doesn't have to slow push. Slow pushing is actually good for Riven because he wants to push the wave under the tower while Riven's still walking back from base. Yep, Riven based. So she'll miss probably half that wave, I would say. Fast forward. Gets his Greaves, Dagger, and a Longsword, double Dorans. Double Dorans I really like into Riven because it gives you more HP to play around with. The trades won't hurt as much. Level advantage still, which as we know is about 180 gold worth of stats while not actually having items. Riven's also gone, I Alright, I don't really like Riven going Phage Ruby Crystal here. It's going to make her tanky, yeah, but she probably won't be able to kill him. She needed to go Pickaxe, and when you go an offensive summoner like Ignite, you want to have max AD. Again, as you look, ZUKILL's masterful management of the wave. He's not just... See, that was like unreal. If you watch exactly here, just jump back a second. Watch this W. This is like the difference between Challenger, Diamond, whatever. He doesn't even like W any of the wave. Look at that. He misses the entire wave and still gets damage off on Riven. That's like little niches like that is what separates a rank 1 player from just like a regular diamond, like whatever. I don't know. Little things like that make all the difference. If you want to get like climb ranks, you need to be doing little things like this. Flash Q. I know. He's just going to EQ her. Very, very well played. Riven is absolutely out of the game here. He could have frozen it if he wants to, but I would also push here. It's going to bounce. If you crash it into the wave always bounces, and it will just come back to a stacked wave anyway, so it's fine. Okay, let's discuss. I think you'll get a plate here. Alright, he's halfway to level 9 and Riven's just level 6. He has time to take this wave. Pushes the wave further, obviously, for more XP lead. This also makes it so the next wave crashes into the tower cleanly. He also got a plate's worth of gold there too. Bases here, you might be wondering why he's not just autoing the tower for free gold. When you have a base, it's worth the tempo. Like, he's already got gold for the items he needs. He'll get that 180 gold eventually anyway. I think it's 160, sorry. He doesn't need to keep going. He's already got enough gold for his item either way. He's typing in chat right now. Let's keep going. We don't need to go over the rest of the game after this laning phase, after a little bit more is done. Honestly, actually, you know what? I'd be happy to even just end the review there. He's already won lane. As you see as well, like let's just like recap how he won this. He didn't really do anything. As in, like, to a gold player, you'd be like, oh, he just killed Riven. It's the position that he puts Riven in to be killed, just based off his wave management and the way that Riven played her lane in accordance to her summoner spell. Riven just really, really misplayed early. But yeah, as you see, ZUKILL pretty much abided by everything that I spoke about earlier, holding his effective range very well. His wave management, his freezing all gets him XP leads, makes Riven overcommit to the wave. Everything just gets him leads like that. Even those tiny little W things where he's like thinning the wave and not thinning the wave, just all those kind of differences are massive. If you guys like this style of videos, I'm going to be doing more on other top laners with other champions. Feel free to leave a comment on any feedback, any questions you have, feel free to answer or leave them in the comment section. I'll answer them as well. Have a discussion on Reddit, anything like that would be great. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something. You can also join my Discord or tweet me at Twitter if you have any questions at all. And I also stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rivalos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.